Welcome to the Community Difference, Wylie. Brought to you in part by Master Networks Wylie and powered by The Difference Media, LLC. Today's show is hosted by Caitlyn Fuessel with Elite Diamond Cleaning, Linh Heverly, Realtor with Coldwell Banker Apex, Renee Calder with Sun Ray Bookkeeping, and Marissa Page with Page Restoration. The Community Difference Wylie was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share inspirational stories, experiences, thoughts, and insights about being a professional, along with the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in very special ways. Because the Community Difference Wylie starts now.
Hi everybody, welcome to the show. Happy Thursday. My name is Caitlyn Fuessel. I'm the owner of Elite Diamond Cleaning and I am the host for the show today. I'm super glad to be here, glad that you're watching, tuning in. Like I said, I'm the owner of Elite Diamond Cleaning. We do residential and commercial cleaning here in the Wylie and DFW area. I'd love to connect with you guys. I'm looking to connect with new business owners and just people in the community. And so, like I said, super glad that you're here. I'm going to bring on our amazing co-host today, and they're going to introduce themselves, and we're going to get this show going. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Hi.
Super glad that you're here. Go ahead, Lynn, introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your business, dive in a little bit, and then Janie, you can be next.
Okay. Hey, everyone. My name is Linh Heverly. I am a realtor with Coldwell Banker Apex. I am looking towards 12 years in the business now, and I love to do business in my own backyard. So if you guys know anyone looking to buy or sell, I would love to be that person. I also have a network full of experienced people, from home cleaning to quick fast food and things like that. So if you ever need a connection, let me know.
I love that. 12 years, that's something to really celebrate. So that's really amazing. Congratulations on that. So
thank you.
Cool. Janie, go ahead and introduce yourselves for those in Wylie who do not know you, because they definitely should.
Hey guys, good morning. I am Janie Nardiello and I own Wylie Nutrition. We're located on Brown Street and we offer lots of healthy fast food options. So think meal replacement shakes, healthy energy teas, and so much more. So we are just so close for you guys to come in for a healthy meal. We also help people achieve their goals through our 21-day transformation challenges.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that's awesome. So before we invite your guests on, I do have a quick question for you guys. So both of you, how did you get into your industry? So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, for me, I got into the industry because my husband's aunt, she's still a realtor. I was in the car industry for a long, long time, and we started looking for our first home, and it seemed so easy that I was like, you know what? After some time of, being tired of the grind of the car industry, I got my real estate license, and boy, was I wrong. It was not as I imagined. So, but here I am 12 years later, still doing it. So
you've persevered, you've pulled through. That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
Janie, what about you? How did you get into this?
Well, kind of by accident. It was not really something I was looking for. I have a background in advertising. Actually, I used to be a media buyer for Frito-Lay right out of college. And then after that, I taught middle school for 14 years. So my husband and I were just really tired. And then we were also looking for a place to work out. So we found a facility around here that did fit camps. And then come to find out they had partnered with Herbalife, which is who we are partnered with. So we started getting great results, and our tired teacher friends were wondering what we were doing. So we were able to share that with them, help some other people get great results. So it turned into a good side business for us. And then almost 8 years ago, we opened Wylie Nutrition. So we have just been able to help our community be healthy and active also. And then I hung up my teaching hat. This is my 7th year to not teach. So God bless the teachers, but I'm glad I'm not one of them anymore. So now I'm able to teach people through health and nutrition. So I'm still teaching, just in my own way.
Yep, I feel like teachers never stop teaching. Your heart to share and grow and build others is always there in whatever you do. So last question for you before we invite the guests on is, what is your favorite thing about what you're currently doing?
Well, I mean, it's the dream to own your own home, as you know, as a lot of people know. Renting, you're kind of just throwing money away and then not being able to do the things that you want to do with a home. And so, but yeah, just seeing people through, because there's a lot of emotions involved when it comes to selling a home. So it brings me joy when I'm able to help them accomplish that at the end.
That's cool. Okay. I love that. Janie, what about you?
So my favorite thing on a daily basis is just getting to see all of my customers. And we have a goal. We say that we're serving a shake and a smile, even if they're not ordering a shake. But we want people to leave happier than when they came in, because there's a lot out there dragging people down. So it's our goal just to give a little sunshine to our community. And then I also love helping my clients get results. So the best is when I have people come in and say they were diabetic and they don't need their meds anymore, or that they, are taking less medication, or they can run with their kids now, or ladies that couldn't cross their legs and they can cross their legs now. Just small things like that make such a difference. And it just is cool knowing we had a small part in that.
Yeah, that's very inspiring. I love that. So we're going to invite our guests on. They're going to do a quick intro. You can introduce them, how you met them, let them talk, and then we'll do our first commercial break. So let's go ahead and bring them on. I'm super excited for these guests today. So, hi everybody. How are you doing?
Hi.
Good, thank you.
Good. Okay, so Lynn, introduce your guest, and then Katie, go ahead and say a little bit about yourself. Just a sneak peek, and then after commercial break, we'll really dive into your story and what you do. So,
well, I met Katie at Taste of Wylie, and she's got the best jerky in town. So, go ahead, Katie.
Well, I'm Katie Alexander, and we own Jerky Jim's, which is featured at the Blend on Ballard. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, super glad that you're here. Thanks for taking the time to connect with your community, share a little bit more. So we're very glad that you're here and a part of it. So Janie, go ahead and introduce your guest.
Awesome. I'm so grateful he could come on today. My guest is Terrell Washington. We've known each other for a few years now, I guess. He has a really cool history. He's a former NFL player. He's also a recovering educator. And currently he's the owner of Grindhouse Sports, where he is just having a huge impact on mainly student athletes. I'm personally grateful for him because my son is one of his athletes, and he has just changed his path, changed his life, and been such a great mentor to my son, Jace. So with that, Terrell, if you want to say a little more about what you do.
All right. Terrell Washington, Grindhouse Sports. I've been in Wylie about 10 years. I work with a lot of athletes, a lot of former athletes that's left and went off to college. I coached 16 athletes last year. All 16 went off to Division I sports, all different sports, basketball, track, and also football. Just want to make a difference in the community. I love working with kids. I left education in 2014. Never looked back. Just kind of been working with kids throughout the process, and I love what I do. So I love working and changing lives. So that's what I've been doing for years.
That's really amazing. I can't wait to hear a little bit more about you guys and what y'all bring to the community, your backgrounds, your story, because what I've learned in business is people aren't just really doing business with your business. They're doing business with you as the person because you are what makes that business. And so I feel like on the podcast, we get that option for listeners or potential clients, potential connections, relationships to get to know us as a person, not just me, Miss Elite Diamond Cleaning. They get to know me as Caitlyn and get to see my personality and things like that. So I love that opportunity for you guys. So we're going to take our quick commercial break. Thanks some of our sponsors. And on the backside, we're going to do the same thing. Katie, Terrell, y'all are going to get to dive in deeper about your background, who you are, and your business. And so thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The Community Difference Wylie is made possible by Paul Fisher with Certainty Home Lending, Close with Certainty, Brittany Welch with Boards by B. It doesn't get any cheddar than this. Melissa Mancini, owner of Melissa Mancini Photography. Don't let your babies grow up to be JPEGs. Caitlyn Fuessel with Elite Diamond Cleaning. Your house is a diamond, let's get it out of the dust. Angela Tucker with Coldwell Banker Apex, here to help you discover your real estate dreams and build wealth through all stages of life.
And by Tara Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning. Don't let dirty windows be your pane in the glass. The North Texas Community Difference Wylie. Together, we can make the difference.
And now back to the show.
Thank you so much to our amazing sponsors. They are really, truly fantastic. I have the opportunity to know each and every one of them, and they are incredible, incredible people. So without further ado, Katie, go ahead, take the floor. Tell us a little bit about your background, how you got started, and everything. So go for it.
So I'm originally a teacher from New York State. I taught for nearly 30 years, but I taught when I came here to Texas back in 2018. For a few years in Wylie. And then I retired 3 years ago when my husband and I decided to take our jerky business to the next level. So Jimmy's been making jerky since 2006. It was just for fun. And then friends were like, oh, I really like the jerky. Will you make some more for me? And then it sort of evolved from all there. And then we used to sell jerky at a local bar. And then COVID happened. And then people were contacting us and like, do you guys still make the jerky? We really want some jerky. We're just sitting home. So I'm like, honey, we got something here. So we continued making the jerky. And then also that summer, we got married during COVID. And then we went LLC during COVID in October. And then started doing vending shows and everything. And then we met our partners that were at with The Blend, which is Baked Right In and Hannah Made Boutique. And then we have a couple other small local businesses that are also in there, but our jerky's featured there. And then we're also now in 2 Fuel Cities, which we are expanding into more. I'm in a gift shop in Irving and also going to local shows and everything. So it's been great. And we offer a whole variety. I can get into that when you want to.
That's amazing. That's really cool. So, so is that what you and your husband do full time now?
I do it full time.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. So Jimmy, I don't know if Lynn knows this, but Jimmy's also in the car business. So,
Oh,
yep. So he's been there for about 30 years. So I retired from teaching to take on the business more full time. And it's been awesome. I never thought I'd be a small business owner, but I guess it's in my blood.
isn't it amazing though?
Yep. I love it.
Amazing feeling to
Yes.
own your own business and be in control.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes.
It keeps me going. I'm doing jerky 24/7
Yeah. Yeah.
all the time. I was at the store earlier already and got some things ready. So when I get done with the podcast, go back and cut some meat.
Mhm. It's delicious if you guys haven't tried it.
Yeah. So I'll have to make sure you guys get some.
Yay.
So, yeah. So it'll be great. So yeah, so we offer 3 different sizes. We have a 4 ounce, a 2.5 ounce, and a 1 ounce snack pack. And our snack packs are a huge hit. Those do really well too, especially Christmas time. And now with Easter coming up, I got people coming in for their baskets. I have another one that's got 4 different flavors in it called Just Jerking Around. Fun. I can't remember that name. And then the teacher in me can't help myself with certain things. And I taught kindergarten mostly. So my little people. And then we also do what we call jerky bits. So I tell people they're like bacon bits, but better.
Oh, they're so good at the potatoes.
Yes, potatoes, salads, deviled eggs. I had people that came in at Christmas time said, we like putting this on our bagels. I'm like, ooh, the cream cheese. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we also have, on your steaks, and, the possibilities are endless with the jerky bits. Everything, nothing goes to waste, including our trimmings for the jerky. That's Sky.
You have a special guest.
So anyways, and we do our jerky trimmings go to NSYNC Exotics.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, there's not a single thing that's not used that we have.
Way to give back.
Yes. So, Lon is great with that too.
Lon is amazing.
Yep. So he's the one who picks it all up and brings it there.
Oh,
So
That's amazing. So I want to get Terrell some time to speak to. We'll come back to you, Katie. I'm thinking of some questions, and we'll dive some more into yours. So Terrell, tell us a little bit. Janie mentioned NFL. Did you grow up here? So tell us a little bit about this journey and how you ended up giving back to the kids looking to go play professional sports.
Okay, well, I'm originally from Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. I moved here back in 2014. Me and my wife, my family, we said, hey, let's change it up and let's go to the state of Texas, and see what it can offer us. Like I said, my background was education. I was in education about 14 years. I was a coach, high school football coach, high school basketball coach in Missouri at Rittner High School. When I came to Texas, I was just trying to figure out, okay, what do I do? I know my background is sports, but I wanted to try to do something a little bit different. So I go into retail. Whoa, it was a whole different world, So I did that for like 4 or 5 years. Still at the same time, I was training, working with kids in the community for free. Then I took on an adjuster job, and back in, I was like 2018, one day I decided, if this is not for me, God, I went in my room, I prayed, got on my knees and prayed, and asked God, like, what direction do you want me to go with this? You want me to go full time? I'll follow you. I'll follow your lead and make it happen. So I prayed, went to work, got fired. Same day, the same day. A whole bunch of thoughts going through my head, like, whoa, that was quick. Like, what do I need to do now? So from there, I got my mentor is Intense Properties, Mark Fuller. So I went to go visit Mark. Me and Mark had to sit down, and he said, man, just follow your heart. This is something that you want to do. Go ahead and give the world, give you, so just be who you are and just keep doing what you do. So I started this back in August 2019 as a full-time business, and I never looked back. Like I said, my community support me. The kids love from the training. We do a lot of different drills. We do a lot of different fun activities. We also do recovery during the summertime. We do hard training on the hills. We find some local hill and we just go and hit the hill really hard and do a lot of different drills from there. We do sand pit over at Founders. So I kind of find little different locations where I can work with the kids and develop in a way where they're in shape and they're ready to go play whatever sport that they play, basketball, baseball, football, whatever. I just start creating this like a group of young men and women that want to just grind together. So back in 2000, I want to say 2005 or so, me and one of my players, Drew Swihart, we came up with the name Grindhouse. I said, we're going to make this a staple, So over the past few years, we decided to call it Grindhouse Sports, and it's been really branding and getting people to kind of recognize who we are. And it's been a blessing for me and my family, but also for the kids in the community where I get to work with them and I get to develop them. But I don't tell everybody that I'm a trainer. I tell everybody I'm a mentor / trainer, because that's what I'm really doing. I'm changing young lives and putting these young men in a position where they say, hey, I want to go play baseball. And I'm just trying to make sure that we're on the track to kind of go and play the sport of their choice. And, I just love being a leader of the community, being able to guide them in that direction.
That's amazing. So I didn't grow up playing sports. I am probably the least athletic person, but my husband played baseball all the way through high school and absolutely loved it. So when you do coaching, is it one-on-one coaching? Is it group coaching?
Okay.
Both options. What does that look like?
So I do it all. So I do group
Okay.
training. I do one-on-one training. I start my group training around 6 and 7 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, but also I have Saturday sessions that I train young athletes. So depending on what grade the athletes in, like second through like sixth, I will work them out at about 11 a.m. on Saturdays. But Monday through Thursday, I'll train them around 6 p.m. My older guys, high school, college athletes, that's between 7 and 8 o'clock at night. But most of my high school kids and entering high school kids around 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And then on the weekends, on Saturday, we do it at 12 p.m. But I do group training, I do small group training, I do one-on-ones. It's just based off of what kind of skill level these young athletes have. And I try to partner them with the right partners, So if I got a kid that's 10 years old and it's an 11-year-old kid that's skill set I want them to kind of mimic, I'll put them all together and I'll work it together and have them in the same little small group settings to kind of make sure I elevate each one and so they can compete a little bit too as well.
Yeah. Coach, one of my favorite things about you is that it doesn't end with the training. Like, he talks to the kids about finances, about just like life choices, life advice. Like he said, he's so much more than just a trainer. I know he's made such an impact on my kid. So where did that inspiration come? Was there a mentor you had that made an impact like that on you?
Well, my parents play a bigger role. Both mom and dad, they were always speaking life into me. So when I was an educator, I used to have this time where I get like 15 minutes to talk to the kids before class started, and it was called Real Talk, and I'll talk about real life situations and real life things, and that's where it kind of spin from. Where when I got an athlete and I see something bothering them, I want to talk to them. Forget the training portion. Let's talk about what's going on in your mind. What is it? School? Is it parents? Is it is it a girlfriend, a boyfriend? What is it? So let's just kind of have that conversation right now so that I can get the best out of you when we're working out or training. So that's the kind of things that I always want to kind of talk about before. If I see something bothering them, I want to make sure we get it off so we can kind of get a good workout in.
And do you have an age limit on like when you start or, if they're too young or?
Yeah, I recommend 6 years old. When it's 5, it's kind of, they still a little bit, it's a lot of information, a lot of stuff being thrown at them. I want the kid to be just genuine, want to have fun, and I want to make sure that I can provide that service to the client. I want to make sure the kid is loving it, and the parents are loving it. Because sometimes I just tell the parents, "Hey, go ahead and leave. I got this kid. I'm gonna work him out. He's gonna be tired." So it's just kind of just giving the kid and I an opportunity to kind of bond as well, so that I can lead them in the right direction in whatever sport they play. It doesn't matter if you play football, basketball. If you run track, I'm there. I'm building something really special in Wylie because I'm talking with a lot of different coaches and bringing them on board with me, track coaches, wrestling coaches, so that we can have like a facility where we're working with all different athletes, but we have the trainers inside of Wylie that will be working with these young athletes to develop and guide them in the right direction, so that instead of having 16 scholarship offers throughout our community, we can boost it up to about 50 to 60 some scholarships per year for athletes to get out of here and go to school for free.
That's incredible. Just that right there and being able to be alongside the student as they're looking at high schools, looking for scholarships, things like that, is a huge step because if a parent or a kid really has no idea what to do, it's kind of a deer in a headlight scenario of, wow, this can be really overwhelming. There's a lot of different schools. How do I get scouted or looked at, things like that? And so that's really amazing to hear. So did you play just football? What sports did you play?
Okay. Well, I played basketball and football in high school. I had a scholarship offer at the University of Illinois to play football. I had some D2 offers playing basketball, but I was like, well, my passion was football. So I went that path, went to the University of Illinois. I graduated a bachelor's degree in communication. I went to Hutchinson Junior College prior to going to the University of Illinois because I was an inner city kid, so I wanted to go the long way. I mean, my coaches and everybody said, "Hey, we can pay for this, pay for that," but I was like, "No, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to just see what it feels like to go this path." And when I went to junior college, I got a business degree, but I didn't know exactly how this all was going to work. So, but I did my business degree, got a communication degree. And then I decided to start working with athletes once I started coaching around 2002. And I just kind of fell in love with it. I was coaching and playing professional football at the same time. I don't know how you do that, but it happened. So I was working with young athletes and developing them. And I was like, man, I really love this training stuff. So, and then my trainer, Darren Williams, was a great role model for me too, as well. I think he has a lot to do with me training athletes, and we still in contact to this day. And he wanted to come to Texas and work on the Grindhouse Sports. And I'm like, man, give me an opportunity. Let me get it all rolling first before you jump the gun and come down here. But I think what I'm trying to do is trying to be something special for our community and our kids. And one of the key things I always pat myself on the back is I build confidence in every athlete that I work with, because without confidence, the young athlete won't be successful. So I try to make sure that I build that confidence within an athlete.
That's really important. So that's super cool. I have so many different things running through my mind. I love hearing about people's businesses.
Yeah.
So that's super cool. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then on the flip side, we're going to do our segment, What's Up, Wylie? Know a little bit more about what's going on in the community, and then dive into our topic of the month. And so let's go ahead, thank some more of our sponsors, and then we're going to hear more from Katie and Terrell and our amazing co-hosts. So stay tuned.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Frisco Fighters prepare to reach new heights at Comerica Center this spring. From competitive matchups to exciting theme nights, you won't want to miss a second of the action. Join us and experience high-scoring, hard-hitting indoor football that's fun for the whole family to enjoy. Visit FriscoFighters.com for game highlights, tickets, or to reserve your spot at the Tarmac Tailgate Party. Frisco Fighters, fly with us.
Are you looking to buy a home? The process can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be. With the help of a qualified loan officer like Paul Fisher, you can get the financing you need and get into your dream home. Paul Fisher, a direct local lender with Certainty Home Lending, has many years of experience helping people buy homes. He's knowledgeable, experienced, and he'll work with you to find the best loan for your needs. Contact Paul Fisher today to get started on your home buying journey. He'll help you every step of the way, so you can relax and focus on finding your dream home. Visit www.loansbyfisher.com or call 817-308-7361 to schedule a consultation with Paul. MLS number 2018111. Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
Welcome back, everybody. I love our sponsors. They are truly amazing. I got to see some of our new sponsors today for the first time, so I'm very happy about that. But I want to go ahead. Janie, Lynn, why don't you take it away with What's Up, Wylie? And we're going to dive into some of the events in our community.
Absolutely. Oh, you want to go first, Lynn?
Go, you go.
Okay. Well, one of the events I wanted to talk about, which is funny because Katie brought up NSYNC Exotics, which I think is so cool. Y'all have that collaboration. But next week on spring break, they're going to be open all week long, Monday through Friday, 11 to 5. And then they're usually open on Saturday and Sunday, but they'll still be open on Saturday and Sunday as well. I know when my kids were little, we really loved going out there. In fact, we might go next week, whether they like it or not. They'll still think it's cool. And then also on April 12th at Wylie Nutrition, we're going to have a paint and sip party. So we have an amazing, she's actually a teacher, but on the side, she does lead painting classes. So we're going to do like a spring door hanger, and they're so cute. So if you don't follow us on social media, go follow Wylie Nutrition, and we'll be posting details about that soon.
And I want to touch on our social media rescue at Herman Marshall, DJ and a panel. If you guys need some social media boost, they're going to host that March 27th at Herman Marshall from 5 to 7. The event is complimentary. The tickets are on the, actually, I think it's socialmedia.com or socialmediarescue.com. And I wanted Katie actually to talk about Taste of Wylie. And I believe you know more about the pedal car races too. Oh, unmute. You gotta unmute.
There you go. Sorry. The dogs. So the pedal car race is taking place on Sunday, May 5th. And right this morning we had 49 people already signed up for it.
Wow.
The goal is to say 325 to 350. So some things are going to be a little different this year too. They're just going to have one opening ceremony. Just so that way we can just keep on going. It was pretty busy last year, so we're trying to change some things up to make things go even more smoothly, hoping for good weather. And so we've already have some sponsors that have already committed and everything. So there's more to look forward to. And we'll have another meeting in another couple of weeks, actually.
And tell us about the Taste of Wylie.
So now the Taste of Wylie, I just found out, is on Monday, May 6th. So it's going to be a busy couple of days, but great things are happening here in Wylie. That's why we love it. When we got the opportunity for our store almost 2 years ago, I'm like, yes, we'll take it. I didn't have to even go in the store. I'm like, no problem. We'll make it work. So, so Taste of Wylie last year was my first experience. That's where I got to meet Lynn, and she helped me out. And I got to meet all sorts of other local restaurant and entrepreneurs, and they were just amazing. You get such a true feel of what Wylie has and the development that's taking place here. I mean, I come down 78 to enter into Wylie, and it's like, wow, all these things that are happening. So
you get a lot of food for what you pay for the ticket too. So
yes. Yeah, so for the Taste of Wylie, it's truly amazing, and people just love coming around. You get to meet more people in the community, so it'll be a great day.
Yeah. So just to clarify, so you get a ticket, and then there's a bunch of different like booths, and you get to taste. It's literally a Taste of Wylie. You get a little bit of from every restaurant. Is that how it works?
Yeah, yes. For every restaurant, every other like smaller type business like mine, for the Jerky Gyms, you get different tastes of jerky.
Okay. So. And then pedal car races, you mentioned sponsors. Do you have to be a sponsor to participate, or can anyone just bring a pedal car and participate?
So no. So usually what happens is all the businesses that are participating in it have a car to be used. So at the Blend, we have 3 cars for kids to use to choose from. So all the other businesses, if you look into some of the stores in downtown Wylie too, you'll see a car that they usually put inside the race. So that part's fun. And there's also some other local places like Pizzaghetti will put in a car too, and things like that outside of, Wylie. And then the stage is 2 to 5 though. So they have to be between those ages, and then they break it down into smaller brackets of those groups of kids.
They have to fit in the cars.
Yeah, you have to fit in the cars. You got to try to be able to move the pedals. That's why they do have a little practice time. It's really funny to watch. The biker church in Wylie is part of the pit stop. So they're great. They're very helpful and everything, and the support of all the local businesses right on the street. The city of Wylie, everyone has a part in it to make it work. So
Absolutely. That's cool. Lynn, did you have anything else for What's Up, Wylie?
Well, Easter's in March. So the one thing, since Saxe is a neighboring city, there is an Easter scramble at Heritage Park at 10. I forgot to write down the date, but it's Easter Saturday, so the Saturday before Easter.
March 30th. Oh,
Yep,
Saturday
March
before
30th.
Easter?
I think so. Either
Yeah.
that or the weekend before. I forgot to write it down. But it's on it's in Saxe. So if you look up, the city of Saxe, there is an Easter egg hunt. So if you need somewhere to take your kids to pick up some eggs.
Perfect. And the only other thing that I wanted to throw in was that my church, Summit Church, we're behind the Kroger and the B&B Theater. We're doing a Easter egg hunt after service on March 30th. So bring kids. We have a ton of people who will come and join us after service if you're looking, or come join us for service if you would like. But we'll do that right after the service on Easter. So awesome. Katie, Terrell, did y'all have anything to add for What's Up, Wylie? Do y'all have any events that you would like to plug?
Well, I know I could plug for New Hope Churches where Jimmy and I attend.
Cool.
And the youth group is actually doing like Egg Your House.
Ooh.
So if they look up New Hope Christian Church, you can look up, and then if you want to have your house say like eggs, like they'll put a bunch of eggs in the front yard for you. And then it goes out to the youth group. So I thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I have a free a referral code that I send out to a lot of parents, a lot of athletes to kind of see if they want to try the training program. So I have a referral code on my Facebook page and also on Instagram and Twitter at the Grindhouse ST. You can log in, but also I do a summer program as well, and it's like a 2-month program, June and July. This is an 8-week program where I work with the kids throughout the summer and I get them ready for sports.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, that sounds super cool. Awesome. So let's go ahead. Let's do our next commercial break because I want to give as much time for our topic of the month, which is building a strong team and fostering positive workplace culture within your business. And so we're just going to go ahead, knock out this next commercial, and then come back and we're going to dive in. Basically just a big roundtable discussion. For the people watching, you basically just get to watch a strong conversation. And for everyone, we're just going to chat what that means to you, what that means to your business. So again, stay tuned. We're going to thank some of our other sponsors. We'll be right back.
The Community Difference is a new series of shows powered by the Difference Radio live stream and podcast network. This series of shows was designed to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. And we wanted to create a platform that brings awareness to and reminds folks of the goodness that lives within so many of us. By working with the local community leaders, business owners, first responders, veterans, schools, and citizens who want to unite with a clear and selfless purpose, the Community Difference seeks to spotlight the people, events, and activities that are producing positive outcomes, inspirational stories, and incredible experiences. In a world that is consumed with negative press, media manipulation, and propaganda, The Difference, along with many others who believe and support The Difference, understands there is no better way to make the difference than to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. We are currently searching for local communities to be the focus of our shows, but before we can launch a show in your community, we need your help. We need you along with local business leaders, chambers of commerces, major nonprofits, online community group leaders, networking groups, etc. to join us in making the difference in helping your community be seen, be heard, and be remembered. So, if you would like to know how you, your business, school, social media community, church, or your favorite nonprofit organization can be a part of this unique and powerful program, reach out to us today and introduce yourself and let us know how you would like to contribute and bring awareness to the amazing people, places, and events that are making the difference in the community you love. You can call us at 972-866 4596 or email us at info@thedifferenceradio.com.
And now, back to the show.
Welcome back, everybody. I do want to give an amazing shout out to Lyndon Wilson, who is the founder of The Difference. He is the magical man behind the screen, the one making all of this happen. And like that just said, we have so many different shows throughout the area. So I know we have Plano, Frisco, Rockwall, Wylie. There's Denton. I know I'm missing a few, but if you want to start a show in your area, then reach out to Lyndon, because there's an amazing way, and the power of networking like this has brings a lot of impact to the community and for your business. And so don't hesitate to reach out, at least see. I always say you never want to close a door without at least exploring it and see what opportunity there might be. So explore that for sure. So we're going to go and jump in. So like I said, the topic of the month, and we have plenty of time for this, which I'm super excited, building a strong team and fostering a positive workplace within your business. And so I know quite a few of us are work kind of by ourselves, or husband and wife team, things like that. And so, but this applies in all different areas. So just to kind of give a gauge. So Lynn, I know you're by yourself. Janie, you have employees. Katie, Terrell, what does that look like?
At Jerky Jim's, we have employees also.
Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. Then this is awesome. So let's just go around. Katie, why don't you start? We'll just go in a circle. Tell us a little bit what this means to you and for your business, and how you foster that positive environment for you.
Well, as a small business owner and our company's growing, we have had a few employees that work for us part-time, and it's worked out really well. We try to have a positive atmosphere, which when you walk into the blend, you feel that. And then we have in our kitchen area too, of course, we're mainly, well, people are working also. Just try to keep positive. And I'm a happy-go-lucky type person, and I'm a talkative person. So I try to be personable. And people that work for us are usually people that we've known. I actually have someone that's interested in coming in today to get applications this afternoon, a high school student. So to learn, I like to shadow us so you see what it feels like. And it's just a nice, fun experience. It's bright, and at our store, when you walk in, it's not just one thing. You have a variety to look at, because one partner, Handmade Boutique, she also has someone that works for her. And so you get to know these other people that are working for us, but we all work in it together. It's a big collaboration because you've got 3 partners that split the shifts, in order to help run the store. So it keeps us going.
That's really cool. What about you, Janie? I know you have a team, you have different people with Herbalife. So how does that work for you?
Yeah, and it's important for us too, because we have a very client-facing business, obviously. And disclaimer, by no means have this all figured out. I feel like it's a constant process of growing and making mistakes and figuring out what to tweak and make better. But if you're coming into Wylie Nutrition, if it's a client's first time, we only get one time to make a first impression. So there are expectations that we have, and we're very intentional about how people are greeted and treated and served. But I mean, there's probably 3 main things that I find as like a great foundation. So first of all, it is me as the leader casting a vision of what are the goals, what is expected, where are we going with this? And then to have great communication with clear expectations. So I'm a recovering people pleaser. So sometimes it's hard for me to be really direct in like, these are the expectations, because I feel like I'm being rude or,
I get you.
Yeah. So, but I've done lots of personal development, and I heard one time that it's a gift to be direct with people with the expectations, because then there's no question. People know what you expect. And then, down the line, it can create resentment or frustration for everybody if things are not getting done the way they're supposed to. And then the last thing is I find it helpful to find people's strengths and really, lift them up in that way. Because actually, like Janie that works at the club, she's my right hand man. She's been around for a long time, and she has some gifts that I do not have. It's just not in me. So we complement each other very well. And then I have strengths she doesn't have. So it really works great when we're creating the team, creating teamwork, and we can kind of build on each other to create the best environment for our customers.
Well, communication is key. I mean, being direct, you can be direct, but it's how you come across, because I'm still guilty of people pleasing, and I want to say the right things at all the right times, and I'm afraid it comes out wrong. But if someone's not communicating, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. And if they get upset, I mean, I have no idea unless it's communicated.
Absolutely.
I guess with me, as I think I got a unique business, which is like I got a lot of athletes. I got coaches that love what they're doing. So the environment is always kind of like hype. So when you got kids and coaches and, we're going to be screaming and yelling and just having a good time, I think, you kind of find out if the coach really wants to do it or not. Because majority of the time, the coaches come to me and say, hey, this is what I do. I love working with kids. So I guess the way I hire is based off of, if you love what you're doing, you love working with kids, it's a great position to be in, and it's an honor to be able to serve the community working with kids. So I'm naturally positive. I don't really, I try to hang around a lot of positive people. So the staff that comes along is mostly positive coaches that comes along because they love working with kids. So in that respect, I kind of just like, I kind of luck up and get good coaches, and we kind of just build a good organization of great people and great athletes. And what I try to do is be more of a good leader so that they have a good platform to kind of follow off of. So that's why I just being who I am, and I love working with the kids. So my staff that comes in, my buddy moved in from Illinois about 5 or 6 months ago. He said, hey, I want to work with you. He had his own grind. He had a good grind in Illinois, and now he came all the way to Texas to help me run it here. So it's a good feeling to get guys that love working with kids in its community, because it's an awesome community that we're in. So it's, I really don't have to do a lot of work at what I do. I just got to make sure I guide and lead them in the right direction, which makes it easy for me.
Yeah. Being in real estate, even though I am an independent contractor, I think it's real important to have your work family. And I think that's how we support each other, is that we show up. Just last week, actually, I think it was Monday. Sorry, everything's like running together. I've had a crazy couple of weeks. And so I, got to office meeting yesterday, actually Tuesday. And really, it was such a struggle. I did not want to go, and I got on the road. I started going, and then I got turned back around because there was traffic, and it's like everything was trying to tell me, okay, well, you're right. You didn't need to go to office meeting. But when I got there, the people who were there, they supported me. They were there for me. They talked to me. We were able to talk things out, and it's just the people that you're around that make your workplace better, even if you're alone. If you're an independent, or, because like Terrell, he coaches by himself, but he's with with kids, and I'm sure he's got people that he can go to and, hey, make suggestions on how do I do this better? And someone just to be there to be your cheerleader too, because if you're not seeing, yourself at that time, someone else is. And for them just to state it to you and, say things to make you feel better, it just, makes for a day.
Absolutely. And some of the things that I've heard, so communication is a huge one. One of the rules that I have personally and I apply into business is there's like a 24-hour shelf life. If you have confrontation with someone, confrontation can be a good thing. You instead of sweeping it under the rug, 24 hours to deal with it and get it done, because then after that, in my opinion, you don't have the right to bring it back up. Like if there's that big of an issue, like a marriage, yeah, bring it back up, like something like that. But really, like in friendship, if Janie, she screwed up my drink on a Thursday or whatever, it's like, hey, there's something like that. That's relationship versus me getting that resentment of not communicating. And I'm never going to go in and get another shake because she didn't put my extra marshmallows in it like I like it. And, that's a stupid example, but that's an example. And
I put them in today, by the way.
I did. I appreciate it.
But you do have that 24. And it's good that you brought that up because just this week, my broker brought up Don, is it Shula? Terrell, you know this, right? Miami Dolphins coach.
Yep.
Is it Don
Shula.
Shula. Okay, so he's got a 24-hour rule. He's got a book, and you get to, celebrate your wins for 24 hours because the next day is a new day. If there's something that you're grieving, it's 24 hours. The next day is a new day. You just got to keep on grinding. And so you give yourself that time to process it, and then you've got to move on. You got to, keep on functioning as an adult and instead of wallowing and hiding under the covers. Because I could easily do that.
If you celebrate your wins too high, then you have too many, the highs are too high. And then if you celebrate the lows, then you get too low. That's how you can maintain that healthy positivity in a way of, all right, I deserve this win. But I was reading a book, Ego is the Enemy, and that's literally what it talks about. Ego is what convinces you of, wow, that was a really great win, but I deserve an extra pat on the back. I'm going to celebrate it a little too high. And Lyndon just said this in our chat. It's never as good as it seems, and it's never as bad as it seems. And so we can't celebrate those things too much. And so that's a great point, Lynn. And that ties back to keeping a positive atmosphere, because say an employee makes a mistake and you critique them too much, then that dampers their confidence, that dampers the way that they can lead in the team. But then say you celebrate them too high, that ego is going to puff up. And the next time you give them criticism, they're like, whoa, you just told me I was a rock star last week. What's the difference? And so that's a huge perspective that really ties in. And one of the things that I had to learn, so I actually started my business at 18. And so I was super young, never had hired anyone. I had worked one other job. So I had a huge, I wasn't behind, but you can kind of see what I mean. Like I had never worked with a team before. I wasn't on any sports team. So I had to figure out what good team culture looked like. And I can tell you, I screwed it up for like a solid 2.5 years. It was fine because I'm a believer. So I knew I always wanted to lift people up and I wanted them to have a good job, but it was a mess, quite frankly. And here recently, I really have honed in on my core values, and I hire based on my core values now, and I fire based on my core values. And I had heard people talk about core values, but I can name mine off now without having to think about it. And I see everything in business through those things, because if we don't, then you don't have that positive atmosphere. You don't have a strong team. And the minute someone appears that they are not aligned with our core values, I'm not afraid to pluck them out. Whereas I was before, I was a scared 18, 19-year-old girl that was like, I don't want to have to fire anybody. I don't want to have to do that. And I realized, but they're creating ill in the atmosphere. Like it's not positive. And if it's worth it to me now to go ahead and pull them out right at the beginning versus letting that foster. And then they're going to get the next person negative, and then the next person. And then all of a sudden you have a poisoned team who is not a positive thinker or positive talking. They're always talking bad, or they're bad mouthing clients, which that not common, but you pluck them out, and I'm not afraid to do that now, but I had to get over that mental game. So that was a big one. But Lyndon, you said you wanted to comment. Go ahead.
Well, a lot of what you just said, Caitlin, and I think that's it's so insightful, is that going into as a business owner, the compass that we all have, or that we should have, is our core values and the culture we want to create based on those core values. And I think it becomes, when you're like Janie and you're like Lynn, and you're a people pleaser and you want to do all these good things, we are intimidated for standing up sometimes for ourselves. But when you look at that culture and the core values, that is the protector of your brand, and you have to fight for that. And being as gentle as you can be at some point, if the person you're having the discussions with, and you're reinforcing the fact that, hey, we have to protect this culture, we have to live by these core values. And if that person cannot align and get on board with that, that's not your fault as the business owner. It's their responsibility. And Caitlin, what you said, one of my mentors, I think you've met him before, Jim Thomas, he said, be as quick to fire as you are to hire. And probably for a lot of us, we are so, and I know this is, you get so prideful that I don't want to make a mistake in hiring somebody. That had to be a good hire because I'm brilliant. And then all of a sudden you go, no, I suck at hiring, and I hired the wrong person, and I've got to move on. And I think, Caitlin, you probably, as much as anybody, because of your journey and how you had the boldness to step out there at a young age, you learned on the run. And that experience you probably could share with a lot of people that have been doing this a long time, and give a lot of insight.
Yeah, learning something. Go ahead, Lynn.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, in real estate too, we interview our clients because we want to make sure we're a match. And some people aren't matches, and some people will drain you, and they just might work better with someone else. So you have to make that decision whether or not, and you don't want to take every piece of business, because again, it's just not doing both parties, the due diligence, because y'all aren't matches. So I highly, if you're not doing it as a realtor, is to set up that interview, the initial interview, just to make sure y'all match, because not everybody is everybody's cup of tea. So.
Absolutely. That's a huge thing. And what I was going to say is learning on the run can be really fun. But also, yeah, there are sometimes that you kind of make a mess and you're like, oh, I've got to take a few steps back and fix that. And that's what it was when I was hiring. I mean, like I said, hiring at 18, I was hiring people that were my parents' age. And there was a lot of confidence that I did not have, that I had to get, because you're having to tell them when to show up, what to do, all these things. And like I said, it was really messy for a while. And I would hire people just because I needed the help in cleaning and I needed the hand. And now I'm not afraid. So I had someone interview on Monday, and she went through, we do 2 interviews now. She went through 2 interviews, started her working interview cleaning with me. And it just came so apparent that she had no customer service whatsoever. It was the most awkward customer client experience I have ever witnessed, and I hope I never have to witness that again. But she was a good cleaner. So I had this moment of, well, am I going to keep a good cleaner, or do I have to pre-preface all my clients that, this might be a little awkward.
Just let her clean.
Yeah. And so what I realized, and we finished the job, she worked with me, and I said, hey, I just don't think it's working out. And instead of wasting any more of my time or her time, I just went, nope, this is not a good fit. And the last thing I want to say before our break is it's also worth giving those people the chance to be happy. I heard that from a mentor is if they're working with you and they're not a good fit, they deserve the opportunity to find something that's going to make them happy, that they love to do, and there's a better fit for them, versus you just keeping them or a client working with them because you want the income. They're going to have a better experience if you let them go and find that route that better suits them. And so I had to let go of that, whether it was pride, ego, or the like closed fisted mentality of no, I need every employee, I need every client. And so that was a big thing for me. So I just decided I want them to be truly happy in what they want to do. So
let me ask all of y'all a question real quick. Have you ever been in a situation where, and this goes back to what y'all were talking about, ego, where you felt like you could train them into being what you needed them to be, and you find out you can't?
You mean like our husbands?
Well, easy now, easy. Let's stay on the business side of this. Speaking of that, wasn't it hilarious today in our master networks when his name Sergeant stood up and his wife sat him back down real quick, like, it's not your turn.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you think that you can hire someone, I'm going to make them the best at customer service. I'm going to teach them how to do this. And then you realize just in the end, they probably should just work a computer job. And that's okay. You know,
and that's the thing. I think we can't focus so much on their potential. We have to focus more on their mental, I guess, approach to being coachable.
Yes. Coachable is the key word.
Yeah,
it is.
You have to be coachable.
Yep, 100%.
Definitely. I don't expect anybody to be perfect, but too, at a certain time, I have to realize how much time am I putting back into them, like retraining and all of the things when I could be doing other tasks that are more business building and more productive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, people don't realize what's involved in making jerky. So we've had people shadow. They're like, wow, there's a lot to do with this. You know, because there's a process and you're making a product that's got to be put on a shelf that people are going to buy. So it has to look a certain way and be presentable. So we've had people, you know, like shadow what we do. Like, if you think this is a fit for you, we'll give it a try, you know, but like we do things a certain way and it's not just to do it. It's for a reason, you know, because I've been doing this so long. And of course, I can get stuff done in a matter of no time. So that's when my teaching and my patience and everything comes in of working with somebody and showing and demonstrating. So it definitely, people just don't realize what it takes to see that package on the wall. Definitely a process.
100%. So, okay, well, we're going to take our last break. On the flip side, we're going to wrap up this conversation, do some rapid fire questions so that, again, that the people watching can get to know you a little bit more and then tell people how they can get in contact with you. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The community difference Wylie is made possible by Jenny Connolly with TC Roofing, Restoration and Solar. Trust TC to keep you leak-free. Jessica Cooper with Diesel Signs and Displays, the power of advertising. Juan Payon with JP Direct Health. Affordable health insurance solutions. As proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Marissa Page with Page Restoration. When the worst happens, let our family take care of yours. Allison Wilson with Community Wealth Advisors, Life Well Planned. Linh Heverly, Realtor with Coldwell Banker Apex. Trust, knowledge, hard work, results. Janice Greenlee with Green Root Capital.
The North Texas Community Difference Wylie. Together, we can make the difference.
And now back to the show.
Alrighty, I am super excited. Any last comments about the topic of the month before we move on? So I want to give everyone time to wrap up their thoughts. Anything, Coach, you want to add anything?
Pretty much. I mean, like my environment is I kind of make it a positive environment. I think the parents that come along to kind of see what I do, they feel comfortable with leaving their kid with me or leaving with the coaches because we're all genuine. We love what we're doing. We love working with kids, and we want to just change lives. Our goal is to change lives and guide the kids in the right direction. So that makes it simple for us. I think the staff that I have is great. You know, I'm going to continue to add different pieces to the puzzle of this sports training, lacrosse, soccer, all the above, so that we can have everything we need in our community for our athletes and And I think the younger they are, the more success that we will have for the future with these young athletes. Because if I'm getting them in high school, junior, senior year is tough. But I know for a fact when I get them younger, we can guide them in the right direction because they're going to be around a lot of great people, great human beings. So that's going to be my mission, these next few years to kind of make sure that I make that happen for the community.
Well, I really do applaud you. And just to like close that up is I've seen people who've had bad coaches and experienced that, and it can really deter a middle school student or early high school from playing the sport that they love. And so for the fact that that is really your mission to create a positive atmosphere where they can grow in confidence and their skill, you're going to see a tremendous amount of kids succeed just because you're willing to create that atmosphere, and you're going to stand out from any other coach in the industry who's doing that, because above all else, you want the kids to be happy and growing. And if that's what you see, then I applaud you on that. That's a really big thing. So yeah.
If you don't mind, so I realized too, like being a small business owner, we have the one employee that's been with us a year now. And he's worked in a bigger corporate type settings and everything too. And he's just like, I like being here because it's more intimate. It's more like family related. You get a full different feel. And they're like, we're helping you achieve your business goal. They see it more small based. So it's a big compliment to have someone that's as supportive and wants to be part of your business.
Yeah, when your workplace becomes your family, it makes it worth going to.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we're going to jump into some rapid fire. We have a few minutes before we close up. We're going to do no explanation. You get to literally say your answer, and we're just going to go round in circle just as we are on the screen. I'll ask the questions, y'all answer, and we'll go from there. So, Lynn, what would be your go-to karaoke song?
I don't know. Carrie Underwood. What's that song? Me and Aubrey will sing it in the car. It's that back to the
yeah.
What's that song?
I drum my keys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Aubrey will belt out in the car. It's just so fun to sing.
I can see that. I love it. Janie, what about you?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a good one. I should have just one to pull out of my pocket, but I don't know. I'm a big fan of Maren Morris, so maybe one of her songs.
Okay. What about you?
Probably Reba McEntire song.
Oh,
and everything too. Okay. We actually went to a karaoke bar the other night in Royce City, but I was too shy to do it. But my friend sang like 5 songs, so I'm like, no, I'm good.
That's what you do in the car.
I'm always singing in my KLTY in the car. I'm just like Francesca Battistelli too. Everything. Oh yeah,
we sound good in the car, don't we?
Oh, we sound awesome.
I just have to turn it up really, really loud so no one can hear me. Coach, what about you?
Oh man, that's tough. Because I'm all, like, my business is Grindhouse, so I would love to. I listen to Nipsey Hussle, Grind, just because it kind of put me in the space of, I know every day I have to work hard at what I'm trying to do. I'm working with other bigger companies that's around us, Bullet Experience. I know we have A1D1, so I know those particular facilities are around us, and I'm the only one in Wylie, so I'm in the space.
Yeah.
So my goal is to continue to just work as hard as I can to get communication out there with everyone to let them know that, hey, Terrell Washington is here, but also Grindhouse is going to be a good staple, and it's more family based. So I love the fact that when I got a client to say, hey, I want to go ahead and join your program, and then when they sign up and pay for everything, I say, hey, welcome to the Grindhouse family. That means more to me. So I just say Grindhouse. So when Nipsey Hussle comes on, I'm like, hey, I'm grinding, so I know what it's about. So
love that.
That's my goal.
Cool. Okay, last question before we tell people how we can get connected with us is, what would be the meal that you could eat forever for the rest of your life?
Mine's pizza. That's easy.
What kind of pizza? Just like cheese pizza? Domino's?
No. It has to be real good wood-fired, coal-fired pizza. Yeah, the real stuff, not from Domino's.
Okay. Janie?
I'd say sushi or just a real good steak, medium rare. Don't ruin
Yes.
a steak.
Don't
Yes.
ruin
Absolutely.
Yes, amen. Okay. What about you guys?
For me, it would be pasta, red sauce, meatball, sausage, good Italian bread. So that's I can eat pasta every day.
Carbs.
Oh yeah, with my locatelli cheese. The Italian in me. So
I would say brisket. Brisket for me, you can chop it. You can chop it up real dicey. Put it on a hamburger bun. I could eat it normal with some barbecue sauce. Pizza is probably my secondary. I'll go to that secondary. But pizza would be pepperoni and chicken.
Oh,
okay.
We have good sauces, Terrell, at the store for brisket. We have more.
She does have barbecue sauce there. She does.
Barbecue sauce, seasonings, brines. You know.
I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna come over and visit. I promise.
I'll hook you up.
I love that. If I had to say, I would probably be totally fine with a steak and baked potato. And then if I could eat ice cream without gaining weight, I would eat it every day. So my friends know that. So it's a problem for me. But cool. Well, thanks so much for doing rapid fire with me. We're going to go around, tell them again who you are, how they can get in touch with you, and any last minute things. We got about 5 minutes. So Lynn, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm Linh Heverly. I am a realtor with Coldwell Banker Apex. When I'm not selling houses, I am on the basketball courts and soccer fields and volleyball. But yeah, you can find me on social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and my contact information is below.
Okay, Janie.
Hey, Janie Nardiello. I'm the owner of Wylie Nutrition. I'm usually there, so you can just pop in, or the best place to find us is on our Facebook or Instagram at Wylie Nutrition.
Cool. And y'all are Monday through Saturday. What are your hours that you're open?
Yes. Monday through Friday, we're open 6 a.m. to 2, and then Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon.
Perfect. Okay.
So Jerky Jim's, as you know, is located in downtown Wylie. We are also veteran owned and operated. And to let people know, if you are a veteran or first responder, we'd love to have you sign our wall, and you also get 10% off any Jerky Jim products. And that also you can reach us at on the web too. That's and for jerkyjims.com. You can do order online. We ship even locally too, and I ship as far as New York State, Florida, international, you name it. And then also we're on Facebook. So you can look for things too. You can find us also with Jerky Jims on Facebook and also with The Blend.
Okay. I love it.
All right. I'm Terrell Washington with Grindhouse Sports, owner. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Hi.
I'm on I'm at the Grindhouse ST on Twitter and Instagram. My website is thegrindhousesportstraining.com. My contact number is 972-430-2755 if you want to give me a call. I work with all athletes, all ages. It's just cool. It's a cool process. It's a fun area. Just come out. You could find information online too as well. When you go check out my Twitter or Instagram page, you can see what I do. We're working with kids. It's all out there. I've been doing this for over 20-something years, so it's a pretty cool process. So yeah, come and check me out if you want. It's free on Thursday too as well. So you gotta get the referral code and come out there on Thursday at 7:00, and it's free.
Awesome. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm Caitlyn Fuessel. I'm the owner of Elite Diamond Cleaning. You can find us at elitediamondcleaning.com. Submit for a free estimate. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. That's my cell. If you are just curious about pricing, I'll come by and do a free estimate. So thank you guys so much for being here today. Co-host, guests, y'all were amazing. I love getting to connect with you guys, get to know you more. This is a relationship that I wouldn't have besides this opportunity. So I'm glad to be able to know you and be able to shout you guys out. And I just want to thank you for being here, and thank you guys for watching, everyone who's tuned in. So I hope you'll have a great Thursday. I hope you'll have a good day.
Make it a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching today's show. If you like today's show, please share, like, and subscribe, and make sure to shop, buy, and hire in Wylie. Special thanks to all the guests, co-hosts, and sponsors of the North Texas Community Difference Wylie.
Thank you for tuning in and watching our show. If you would like to see our next show, or more shows like this one, just click the QR code and go to show schedules, or just follow and subscribe to our channels to get updates and notifications of this show, and many others like it.